Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a fix for the Ford Lightning truck. So my buddy uh, tried to rescue his tractor, and his Lightning truck kind of fell into the trap of rescuing the tractor and kind of slid into the tractor bucket, and it caused some damage to the front end, which I'm going to show you guys what happened. So this is the Ford Lightning front bumper. There's a plastic trim that goes across, and this piece kind of broke off. This is the piece that went into the
Speed sensor.
This is a speed sensor, but as you can see right here, I don't think this thing bent. This is how it's shaped. But what happened was it broke off the speed sensor. So this is a $750 part, which
That was $570 with the bumper.
$570 with the bumper. Total $750 and $250 for the tow truck. There goes $1,000 for 3 pieces of plastic. So I'm going to attempt to basically switch out the speed sensor, take the trim out. Should be a 5-10 minute job, no more than that. Everything else seems to be solid in place. I don't need to do anything else to it. We just have to probably just push this guy in. There's a clip in here that is supposed to hook this guy up, but we'll get to it when I get to it. So let me take this off, then we'll take off the trim. This trim should just actually just pop out like so. There's pieces that are broken, so we don't need this anymore. There we go. See how easy it is to just rip out $500 worth of plastic? That's $545.
That's how they make their money.
All right. Let me take this clip out, then I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, so we're gonna just leave it here. It's gonna sit here. So we're not gonna touch it because the cover is gonna go over it and cover the whole thing. This part, as you saw, it's been pushed in, and that's because of the bucket's forks kind of pushed this in. This kind of drove into it, and you can see right there it is a little bent. You see the paint chipped right there, but that shouldn't cause any problem. We're going to try to slide this in, and hopefully everything just snaps in. So let me do that.
Do you want to bend this back? No. Is this side or the other side? Is the other way?
Oh, the other way. You're right. This is why you need 3 eyes. We're gonna Okay, we're gonna do this slowly so we don't snap any of the clips. Make sure everything kind of lines up.
If you would have fixed that.
All right, I'm gonna show you guys something. So here, you see that paint mark? That's from the bucket. So it has caused a little ding in there. So this part, that clip doesn't sit in there. So we gotta push whatever clip that we can in to catch. But unfortunately, because these metal parts have bent in a little bit, it's causing this not to sit fully where it needs to sit. So, and if you push it, it pops out from all over, from top and bottom. I'm gonna take the license plate off just to see what I'm working with and be right back. All right, guys, so I kind of pried this out a little bit so this can actually sit. This could actually sit here. Before anything, before I put this in, I just want to make sure everything is lining up and everything's gonna sit where it needs to sit, because I have to put the sensor back. and that I aligned that already, so that's already in. It's sitting tight. The clips in, so I don't need to do anything with that piece, that corner anymore. So that's sitting where it needs to sit. This was the problem. This was actually pried it out. Actually, this one's also kind of bent. So I'm actually going to pry this out just a little bit as well. If you can see, I just put a screwdriver, and that should pretty much line it up. So now I'm going to put the sensor back, then put this piece back in there. So let's do that.
Let's zip tie that. Let's zip tie it so it doesn't move.
No, I don't. It's gonna sit in this place. Once we put this in. So once the car gets hit with stuff, it'll never sit where it needs to sit again. And that's the beauty of body work. So some of the clips are sitting correctly, some of them are not. This part also needs to be taken out a little bit. This part is not clipping in. Let's try this again. And actually this one's not clipping in either. So I'm gonna do an adjustment like so. The problem is this actually is pushed in, so I could see the dent right there. It's pushed in because the fork again hit this, so it's a structural issue. We have to see if this actually would kind of work the way it's supposed to work. All right, it's in. Everything just clipped in. Again, it's because those two areas that pushed in, it should stay in with all the clips inside. So I'm gonna put the license plate frame back on, and this is it. This should be it. Yeah, so it's when it comes to body work, and once these alignments kind of move around, it's very hard to realign them because the way they made these parts and everything like that, it's based on whatever the measurements that they took. So if one piece breaks, they're just supposed to slide in, the clip's supposed to clip in, and because it does have a metal fork or gear with a metal hook that's supposed to go behind the hole, and it clips in right there, so it holds in right there. So hopefully it stays in. I don't want to finagle with more of the body, because the more you mess with it, the more you throw it off balance. So, but for now, it's not popping out. It stays in. I hit it a couple of times with my fist, so it's not popping out. So that should keep it in there. But we're gonna put the license plate frame back on, and should be it. So okay, guys. So as you saw, I put the new sensor in, and we did the repair, and we got this error message on the card. Now, what happens is, because these sensors are so complicated, I found out later that my friend actually had to go to the dealership and get the sensor recalibrated, the speed sensor recalibrated. On top of that, as you saw, the sensor sitting loosely, the sensor actually has its own bracket that sits on, so that's an extra $200 that he had to pay for, and he had to pay $1,000 to get the speed sensor recalibrated. So this was a costly process for him. The sensor itself was $500, $250 for the trim. He paid another $280 to get the car towed out, and so he's in it for about $2,300 total repair cost for a simple sensor, a small sensor. So I've never worked on these electric cars. I don't even know if any of my scanners would work or reset the sensor to its factory set. I don't even know how this calibration works. So for them to charge $1,000 to recalibrate, it means that it requires some serious work and serious I don't know, computer work to get it to where it needs to be. So if you own an electric car, man, you're in it for some money if something breaks on this car. Any of those sensors go out, you're in it for some good dough. Anyways, I wanted to share that with you guys, because I didn't know we're gonna face this problem. I'm not, I haven't worked on any newer cars. So newer cars, obviously, more technology equals more problems. But anyways, if this helped you, if you come across some issues like this, this video might be for you. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Peace out.